Salut coders, this is Pisky here. Welcome back to another tutorial. Home greetings to those who are joining us for the first time. If you are new to this channel, may kindly subscribe, click the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever I upload new video. In this tutorial, I want to show you how you can log in with Facebook on your application, either mobile or Angular or React. But in this example, I'm using Angular, and I will go through step by step how you can achieve this, how can you set up this. For example, here I created a page where I have logged in with Facebook. Okay, think of a new users coming to your application and you have a sign up page, and in that sign up page you navigate to that page and user entered the information like gender, everything, name, first name, and this can take time, and for users some of them are lazy, so that's why I choose to add social media login like Facebook and Google sign in. And if I go to Keycloak and I reload the page, you can see I don't have the user so far. And if I come here and I click login with Facebook, so after clicking login with Facebook, you can see I get the access token, and this is the token that I got from the Facebook. If I go to Keycloak and refresh here, you can see I have a new user who is logged in with Facebook, and I can go here to identity providers and it's showing Facebook login. So I want to go step by step how to set up this, and we can start to use login with Facebook. So let's get started. So what you need to do here, we need to go to I want to create a new room first. I will create a new room. This one I will just say social. And I'll click create. So in this room, we need to go to identity provider identities. All these are being supported by Keycloak, and we want to use Facebook identity provider. So you click Facebook. From this Facebook, you need to enter the client ID and client secret that you get from Facebook. So you have to go to the dashboard of your Facebook. So you go to developers portal of Facebook. So in developers portal, so for me I created this, so you can look how to create an application on developers portal. So here I have my ID and I have my secret. So I will just copy my app ID and I'll come to this and I will paste it here, and I'll copy my secret and I'll paste it here. So for other things, for order, it doesn't matter. What you need to do, we just click add. Never, I don't want to save this. After you are done with this, we need to add permissions to allow this Facebook login. So what you do, you need to enable permissions here. After click this toggle button. After adding permission, we are now allowing this provider to allow token exchange. So I will click token exchange, and from here I will have to choose for a policies, and so far I don't have any policy configured. So let's just click save, and let's go to client details. After I go to client details, what I need before I go here to client details, I want to come here first. I need to create a client here. Let's go to clients. I want to create a client that we can use here, and this one I can just say social client. From this social client, I'll just click next, and save. Then let's come back to our identity providers, and we go to Facebook, permissions, token exchange. From here, now let's click client details. From this client details, we need to go to policies, and let's create our policy. And our policy is for client. So let's click client policy, and I'll just say Yeah, I just say Facebook token exchange. And from the client, I have to select the client that I created, social client, and I'll just click save. So this is the policy that we want to add to our Facebook identity provider. So let's go back to our Facebook, go to permissions, token exchange, and here we need to select that. This is the Facebook token exchange. That's the policy that we want. And from here, we are okay. So now we are able to use Facebook as a token exchange. So what I can do now, let's go to Postman, and we want to test. I want to show you the parameters that we need before I show you the code. So let's go to Postman. So in my Postman, I will just change here to social client, the client that we created together. Here I will change this one to social client, and here I change the realm. Our realm is going to be social. We created a new realm. So if I come here, this is the realm that we created. If I go to the clients, you see this is the social client that we created. So in our URL, it's going to be HTTP. It's running on local port 9081, Keycloak, realms, social, protocol, OpenIDE. So for me, I added a configuration for Keycloak on my Keycloak as a Keycloak path. But if you do not add that, you just remove this Keycloak and you put the other remainings. You need to specify your realm. So what is important right now is the subject, token subject. This is the token that we are going to get from Facebook, right? And we have to put a grant type, and the grant type is token exchange. As you can see, we specify on our Keycloak that we are using token exchange. So you need to add these parameters to show that we are going to get the token through token exchange by passing this subject token. And the token type that we are using is access token. So we are using the access token from the Facebook, and the issuer is going to be Facebook. If you are using Google, GitHub, you need to specify your subject as Google here. So if I test this, it won't work because this token is invalid. This token is invalid. So I need to generate a token from that's why I created an Angular application. This Angular application that is running here, that's why I created it, so that I can get the access token. So what I need to do, let me go to my Angular application, and I want to go to login page. I want to comment something here. This was when I click this button, I added So before I do this, I want to just comment this method, this one, social login, which is calling my Keycloak. So this one, when I click the login button, I just want to get the access token here. So this social user is going to have the access auth token. It's going to have auth token. So I want to use this auth token. So let me, if I come here, it will just reload. It will reload here. So let's see. Let me try to click this login with Facebook. So after clicking this login with Facebook, let's click that social user. You can see I have this access token. This is the token that I want to use. So I will just copy it and I'll come with it on Postman, and come to Postman. I'll paste this token. Let me remove this double quote and this one. So if I say now my request, if I go to Keycloak, let's go to Keycloak. There's a user which was, so far in our users it's empty. So let's test this and you will see a new user there. You can see a user has been created. So if I go to Keycloak, let's go to Keycloak and refresh our users. And this user, you can see the email is not yet verified, but the user has been created and the identity providers, it's Facebook. So if you want your provider to have email verified whenever you click that endpoint, you need to come to identity providers and you go to the Facebook, and let's go to our settings. We can trust the email for this provider and you click save. So if I go to users, let me delete this one, delete user, and let's send another request again. If I come here, let's go back here and I'll refresh. You can see the email is now verified because we are trusting our identity provider. There's no need to verify an email because the email has been already verified with Facebook. So this user is now okay. So if you want to get this access token, so I already have an Angular project that I created and I did some changes here, like the library that I use this library for authentication, which is Angular social login, and I go to my screen, which is the login screen that you are seeing there, and I'm using social service, social auth service that I'm using to log in. So in my login, so let me just uncomment this. So this method, in this social login, after we get an access token from the Facebook, we want to use like what we are using Postman, but in here I'm using HTTP client for Angular and getting the access token. And after getting the access token, here you can navigate your user to dashboard. So I just give you a template how to do it. And this button, social login, is the button which is being clicked by a user on my application. So so for social sign-in, here you just click this button. If I click this button, you can see this is the button, login with Facebook. After clicking login with this Facebook, it will pop up that dialog to select your Facebook and you'll be able to log in. Then you are okay. So you can clone this project and you can use it. So if you are using React, there's no problem. You can just copy this implementation. So what is happening right now? If I go to social login, these are the parameters here. I change it to social, and my realm here is no longer Quarkus, it's social. So you can log in with your social an account will be created. So if I come here and I will delete, I want to test my Angular application here. So if I come here, let me delete here, it's refreshing. I will delete this user. So I want this to work completely from this page. So if I click this, so far we don't have a user and I want to use Angular to test. This dialog is for Facebook. You can see this is the access token that we got from Keycloak, this one. So if I come here, if I refresh, so our user has been created on Keycloak, and you can see this is the user, and I showed you step by step how to achieve this. So it doesn't matter if you are using mobile application, you are using React, you are using any, so you don't have to depend on Keycloak login page. This is how you can customize your login page to allow login from the application, not navigate them to the Keycloak page. So if you are new to this channel, may you kindly subscribe, click the notification bell so that you'll be notified when